All right, look, for all of y'all who are saying Will Smith is justified in what he did because he was just respecting his wife, a black woman's honor. Let me get this straight, okay? If a black woman's honor is insulted, not assaulted, a black man should risk his life, legacy, freedom, reputation, just so he can defend his wife's honor. Why? Where does that measure up? For anybody who says that, y'all, they are literally saying a wife's honor, her ego, her emotions, her feelings are more important than this man's life, legacy, freedom, reputation. So he should risk that. He should sacrifice all of that if he were to ever see that she's being insulted, not assaulted. Chris Rock was making a joke from a comedian's form. I'm getting tired of y'all trying to add in all of this stuff. He been talking junk to her. He been doing this. This been going on in Will's life. What matters is that moment. Y'all trying to use all of this to justify it. It don't justify it. These things may have been going through Will Smith's mind, but it doesn't justify it. What happened in that moment was Chris Rock made a joke, y'all. A joke. He didn't come for her medical condition. He never mentioned her medical condition. He literally made a G.I. Jane joke. That's what he did. And he got slapped in his face because of it. And y'all saying Will Smith justified because that joke offended Jada. Now, let me get this straight. Let me make this clear, number one. I get the instincts of a man to protect his wife. I can understand Will Smith wanting to protect Jada or wanting to fight Chris Rock or slap Chris Rock for what she said, for what he said. But here's the deal. This is where the woman would come in and say, and stop her man from risking his life, legacy, freedom, reputation. Yeah, we got emotions too. He saw Jada's emotions. It turned his emotions up. At that moment, that's when she says, no, Will, don't do that. Listen, man, if I'm out with my woman and she get offended because some other woman made a pass at me or said something to offend me or gave me some crazy look, some sexual look, if my woman goes, what you looking at, and confronts this girl, I'm going to bring my woman off to the side and tell her that's embarrassing. Don't do that. People are going to look. People are going to say stuff. Don't do that. Do not embarrass me like that. I can tell you what, when you see men out who quick to ask you, what you looking at? Why are you looking at my wife? These wives, guys, a lot of times are rewarding that behavior. It caters to their ego. Believe me, if you're a man and you've confronted some guy for looking at your woman, if your woman told you that she don't like that, that's embarrassing, you shouldn't do that, dudes are gonna look. They're going to look. They're gonna look. They're gonna look a little longer than you want them to sometimes. If you go around slapping everybody because of that, you're gonna end up in jail, shot, your reputation gonna be ruined, all of this, all because somebody looked. If she expressed this to that man and he still does that, I guarantee you she'll leave because she is of high value. A lot of y'all out here keep saying that women should be happy about that because, you know, it's been so long since we've seen black women protected. So if they were white, he shouldn't have slapped them? Is that what y'all saying? Why you bring up black? What does that have to do with it? When Will Smith saw his wife offended, this man is saying he thought about protecting black women. Y'all, that's a lie. All that matters is that you see your wife offended. That don't matter. He black, and you know, black people, black men don't defend black women like that got anything to do with what happened right there. That's silly. That's looking for any reason, grasping the straws to try to justify somebody's actions. Period. Men, I'm telling y'all out there, you better know what your plan and legacy is. Don't you go out here and be somebody's lapdog, somebody's Doberman picture, ready to throw your life, legacy, a reputation, lineage, throw all that away because somebody's insulted. You better think with strategy because there's consequences to going around slapping folk. You can't do that. It's not right because if everybody did that, the whole world would be in chaos, y'all. Stop justifying these horrible actions. Because if every man started acting like Will Smith now, if every man wanted to be like Will Smith now, it's going to be a lot of problems out here. Do you understand? Because a lot of people ain't going to let you slap them. They'll kill you for that. Slapping is one of the most disrespectful things you can do to a man. You can just tell a man you're going to slap him, and you will bring the worst out of that man. Now, if you tell him you're going to beat him down, beat him to a pulp, he might just talk junk back or whatever. Try it. Bro, I'm over here. Try it. Tell him you're going to slap him. See what happens. You be a person who going around slapping everybody because your wife offended all you want to. I'm telling you right now, it ain't going to turn out good for you. You will not be on this planet long. It's not wise. And no woman should want that man risking his life, legacy, freedom, reputation because she was insulted. She should rather deal with that insult herself. Not herself in that, like her confronted, but people are going to talk junk. People call men bald-headed all the time. We got to deal with it. You can't go around fighting because somebody used words, y'all. Grow up. Like, grow the hell up. And then for everybody who's saying he smacked the shit out of him, man, please. That smack wasn't worth nothing. Chris Rock is way smaller than Will Smith, and he ate that. So y'all keep saying he smacked the crap out of him. Man, this man got a microphone right on him, so it sounded loud. So what? Y'all ain't never seen nobody get slapped before. Y'all talking about he slapped the crap out of him. Y'all making all these little jokes. He slapped him harder than Will Smith. This slapping harder than Will Smith. Man, please. Please, bruh. It's a lot of people out here wish Will Smith would smack them. That smack wasn't hitting on nothing. I'm telling you. Y'all tripping, man. Protect a black woman's honor with a black man's life. But y'all want equality. There's no way we ever gonna get along if we keep looking at life through those lenses, y'all. Every man has an instinct to protect his wife, but is it wise to do in certain situations? Because she's insulted? He said a joke from a stage, y'all. He's a comedian. He didn't attack her. He didn't hit her. Nothing. He didn't walk closer to her to make her feel threatened. None of that. He saw she was upset and he went up there and slapped that man and walked off. This man, it was a puff of smoke behind him. And that right there is cowardly alone. Let's be real. If we're going to talk about it, men out there know, and I'm not going to say real men, none of that. We all men. But what type of man are you going to be? You're going to be a man who no matter how much you've earned in your life, no matter how much you got to lose, no matter how much you try to inspire, no matter what your goals and plans are, as soon as someone insults your wife, offends her, you're going to go risk it all? Or are you going to be a man that moves with tact, like a king? A king don't lose his mind and let people control him by insulting him. You do realize, as much as y'all want to tie ego to this and act like it make you a bigger man for going and slapping somebody for talking, it only proves how much you are controlled, and you're using the spell of being a real man to do it. Somebody can just insult y'all and y'all ready to attack because what? That's what you're taught to do? Because that's what your ego tells you? Because you feel it validates you as a man? Then you will only be controlled by everybody around you. That's not wise. That's not wise. Do not be a slave to your mind. Do you understand? Do you understand? False dichotomy. It's where you create this idea in your mind that you think that you can't live without it. You can't go any other way. So a lot of y'all be saying, if I let a man do this to me, insult me, and I don't do nothing, then I'm a loser. No, you're not. That's a false dichotomy. You are not a loser. You are not a loser. Keep going and creating your life, creating your legacy. You didn't plan on being in jail, so why would you end up in jail because somebody insulted you? Do you understand? You might be telling yourself you weak or you're a coward if you don't fight every time somebody insults your woman. That's not true. Get rid of these false dichotomies. Do you understand? Be a king. Stop being a man then. If being a man means you got to go fight everybody and wrestle with everybody and fist the cuff with everybody who offend your emotions, then don't be a man. Be a king. Be somebody who thinks strategically, who thinks wise with tact, who thinks every move out, who never forgets his plan and mission, who never forgets his kingdom that he's manifesting. No woman should be congratulating you for going off and fighting because someone offended her. She should be trying to calm you down and make sure you don't do that. That is low value. That is not considering your family. That's the worst thing you can do. Because if you in jail, who gonna protect her then? Like literally protect her. Who gonna earn the money if you paying the bills? If you die, who gonna be there for your children now? Because you was protecting somebody's honor? Can you imagine, ladies, for all of y'all, can y'all imagine your husband protecting your honor because someone insulted you, said a joke, and now all of a sudden you going home and you telling your children that your husband, their daddy, is never, ever, ever, ever coming home ever again? Why, mama? Because somebody said something to me today. He saw I was offended. He went and hit that man, and that man killed him. How you going to explain that one? That makes sense to you? There's consequences for hitting people, even if it's for your wife's honor. So stop saying like it ends. If it's for your wife's honor, he got a right to hit him. And that's the end of it? Are you crazy? Have you ever seen two men fight? They'll clear out a whole mall. Because when two men fight, somebody is likely to die. When two women fight, it's a spectacle, people watching it. Very rarely do you see women going, grabbing guns and shooting at each other, killing each other. But men, let them get into a fight. One wrong hit can kill a man, cripple a man. And you talking about going to prison, that's 2 lives lost, or both, because men retaliate. They have brothers, they have homeboys, none of which are trying to get embarrassed. So you don't want violence amongst men, especially over talking. Is there a time for war? Yes, but that certainly is not one of them. We should always be trying our best to seek higher roads and higher grounds. You making that decision right there to hit somebody, that's coming back for you, not that man who insulted you. So you can call it wise all you want to and call it protecting your wife all you want to. Are you protecting yourself? And if she's happy about you doing that, believe me, she cares more about her ego than your future, than your legacy, than your reputation, than your life. Yo, you think that's cool? No, you shouldn't want your lady to be insulted. Her feelings do matter. But if she wants you to go around fighting people because she's offended, man, get out of that situation, bro. And if you think that way, you're not good for your life either. It's toxic. And you won't be around here long, because it won't be before long that somebody try you, say something to control you, and you're going to let them puppeteer you right on into chaos, right on into hell, right on into a prison cell. Talking like it's tough, like that's the right thing to do, is go around hitting people because they talk. Bunch of slaves to words. They words, y'all. Stop being robots. It's all in your head. Master yourself so nobody else can master you. If I can bring you outside of your man frame by insulting your woman's head, telling you she don't look good, whatever I'm going to say, I could be just trying to get you out of the crowd so I can go ahead and burn you up right there on the spot without shooting into the crowd. How you know you're not being controlled? You better think wiser than that. It's people out here who will use all those tactics just to get you off your game, just to get into your head. Listen, man, I used to box, so I know first well what it feels like to try to maintain your frame, maintain your strategy in light of being angry. Some of those punches will make you want to fight, not box. But you got to be wise, because you coming off your game could be the very reason you lose. Man, y'all better keep y'all mission in mind. Keep y'all plans and kingdom in y'all mind. And be righteous to that plan. Stick to your plan and mission. People will offend you. Is that enough for you to throw your life and legacy away? And you do not want some woman with you who think that you should do that. I understand your want to protect her. Do that. But do that with strategy and tact. That's crazy, y'all. Justifying that foolishness. No, he wasn't right for slapping that man. I get how he felt. I get the instinct to do so. But her laughing about it, finding it funny, y'all saying that she should reward him when they get home because of what he did, hell nah. That's a real conversation we got to have, because now he's resigned from the academy and says that he's welcoming all punishment that comes towards him. And y'all still saying he should have done that? Y'all don't care about Will Smith. Y'all care about y'all ego. For every one of y'all who's saying, that's right, Will, protect us. Protect us with your legacy, Will. Protect us with the inspiration that you've all given us. Throw it away. All these young men that you've inspired to come up and not be negative, live positive lives and not being violent, forget all that. Throw all that out the water because someone insulted your wife's head. We're all happy. We're glad that you're resigning. We're glad that you're no longer a part of the academy, that all your dreams are down the drain. Denzel said, at your highest point is when the devil comes. Yeah, the devil came. Will Smith came. His lower ego came. His lower vibration came and snatched it all from him. On the day you get your wildest dreams come true, your worst nightmares do. You get it snatched right from you. That's crazy. And y'all congratulating that? A man losing what he worked his whole life for? Y'all congratulating that because it was at the expense of protecting his wife's honor, a black woman's honor. Y'all with this black and white shit. That's crazy to me. I don't care what color they were at all. That was not right. It was a joke from the stands. And I'm sorry, Chris Rock, that you had to go through that the world saw you get slapped in your face, that your children saw that. I'm very sorry that you had to go through that. That's crazy. But make the best of it, King. Don't let this hold you back. Don't remember this in your mind and let it sabotage you going forward. Just be great. Continue to be great. It was just a joke. Don't feel guilty for it at all. Don't let this haunt you. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. And that slap wasn't nothing. And you do got a chin. You took that like a man, bruh. You handled that. I don't want to say took that like a man because that implies that a man is supposed to take some type of, supposed to take these assaults. I'm going to say you handled it like a king. Where any other person could have retaliated with violence, you didn't. You thought it through. And you showed us on Will Smith's worst night ever, you rose to the occasion and showed us how we should carry ourselves. Thank you. Because you could have stood up for all black men who nobody seems to stand up for. We get shot dead in the streets. We get emasculated. We get everything in the world said to us, treated like crap by everybody. And you could have stood up for all black men who get assaulted, who get treated badly when they've done nothing wrong, who people twist their words around and act like they said something else. You could have stood up for all of us that night, but you didn't. Well, you did stand up for us in a whole different, the righteous way. And I applaud you, King. You handled it like a king. Don't walk away from this situation thinking that you did anything wrong. People are going to make their jokes, make their memes, whatever. You are who I respect. People talking about I respect what Will Smith did. Y'all crazy. I love Will Smith. Don't get me wrong. Let me get it corrected. I don't even know the man. You understand? I love what he represents is what I'm saying. I love his acting ability. He's played a big part of my life and watching him perform and grow up and all this kind of stuff. You understand? But wrong is wrong and it's got to be addressed. Y'all making me madder than anything. This man went up there and did his thing and he did that act and the next day was apologizing. But it's y'all who's saying he should have done it. So what, he shouldn't apologize? He's not wrong? He was right? So then, okay then, for all of y'all comedians, get ready. Come up there packing. You see somebody walking towards you, burn their ass up before they even make it to you. Don't let nobody walk up to you on stage ever again because they think they have the right to assault you for you joking. Do y'all want a world like that? Do you want a world like that, family? Y'all not thinking this through. And it really shows how we think. This needed to happen because it exposes how we think about each other. We don't value each other. We don't value men at all. We don't value men at all. That man's supposed to throw his whole life, legacy, freedom, everything away because you was insulted. I would never want my wife to throw her life on the line because I was insulted. Ever. Ever. I don't care what joke they said. I don't care how offended I looked. I would never want my wives throwing their lives away, fighting somebody over words. Nah, we good. That's that person exposing how they think. That is no reason for me to go out here acting like that or want them to. That's y'all ego. Y'all do anything to settle y'all ego. She was supposed to be so hurt. 2 seconds later, she laughing. Whose emotions switched that quick? He still said it. He still said it. Why your feelings gone now? Why it's funny now? Because he said Will Smith slapped the shit out of me. Oh, that's funny. But 2 seconds ago, it wasn't funny? How your mood changed that quick? I thought you were hurt. Wife's ego. Y'all got to be killing me. Wife's honor. Y'all got to be kidding me. You ever heard of husband's honor? What about that? What about his honor? What about Will Smith's honor? Everything he had worked to build in that moment. That was worth sacrificing. That's wild, man. Peace.